the Galactic Dominion had ruled known space for nearly 1,000 years. Their fleets patrolled thousands of star systems. Their banners flew above countless worlds. Entire civilizations paid tribute, to avoid their wrath. To most species in the galaxy, resistance was unthinkable. The Dominion's military was simply too powerful, at least, that was what everyone believed. No one remembered humanity, no one even knew humans still existed. Thousands of years earlier, humanity had vanished from galactic affairs. Ancient records mentioned a young species from a distant corner of the spiral arm. But those records were incomplete, and often dismissed as myths. Most scholars assumed humans had gone extinct. The truth was far more terrifying. Humanity had never disappeared. Humanity had simply chosen to leave, far beyond the borders of known space, beyond regions mapped by any galactic civilization. Humanity had spent centuries advancing in silence. While empires fought over territory, humans mastered technologies that seemed impossible. While politicians argued, human scientists unlocked secrets hidden within space-time itself. While fleets grew larger, humanity made them unnecessary. And now, after centuries of isolation, something had gone wrong. Something had forced humanity to return. The first sign appeared in the Orion frontier. The frontier was a remote sector near Dominion territory. Few ships traveled there. Even fewer stayed. The region contained little of strategic value, which was why the appearance of a colossal unknown vessel shocked everyone. It emerged without warning, no hyperspace signature, no jump gate activation, no detectable engine trail. One moment empty space existed, the next moment a gigantic battleship occupied it. The ship was unlike anything ever seen. It stretched nearly 15 kilometers from bow to stern, its dark metallic hull reflected starlight like black glass. Massive geometric structures protruded from its surface. Strange blue energy patterns moved across the armor, like living rivers. Most disturbing of all was the silence. No identification beacon, no communication signal, nothing. The vessel simply floated there, waiting. A Dominion surveillance station detected the anomaly within minutes. Commander Valan immediately transmitted a challenge. Unidentified vessel, you have entered Dominion-controlled territory. Identify yourself, immediately. No response. The message was repeated. Still nothing. Military intelligence quickly became involved. Within hours, Dominion High Command dispatched a patrol force, 3 destroyers, 4 cruisers, 2 electronic warfare vessels, enough fighter power to intimidate almost anything. The patrol arrived 12 hours later. Their commander, Captain Reth Malkor, stared at the enormous vessel on his tactical display. Even through military sensors, the ship looked unnatural, almost ancient, almost alive. He opened a communication channel. Unknown vessel, this is Captain Malkor of the Galactic Dominion. State your identity. For several seconds, silence continued, then a voice answered. It sounded calm, human. This territory is no longer safe. Withdraw your forces. The bridge fell silent. Captain Malkor frowned. Identify your species. We are human. The word triggered confusion across the bridge. Human? The species from old legends? Impossible. Captain Malkor laughed. Your warning is noted. Now power down your vessel and prepare for inspection. The answer came immediately. Leave. The transmission ended. Captain Malkor's expression hardened. No one spoke to the Dominion that way. No one. Target their engines. The cruisers moved into formation, weapon systems activated, Terradine computers locked onto the mysterious vessel, missiles launched, energy cannons fired. The attack should have reduced any known warship to debris. Instead, something impossible happened. Every missile vanished, not exploded, not intercepted. Vanished. 1 second they existed, the next they were gone. Energy beams struck an invisible barrier surrounding the battleship and simply ceased to exist. Captain Malkor stared in disbelief. What happened? No one knew. Before anyone could react, a pulse of blue light expanded outward from the human vessel. The pulse passed harmlessly through space, yet every Dominion ship immediately lost power. Reactor systems shut down. Weapons failed, shields disappeared, navigation controls went dark, 9 warships drifted helplessly. The human voice returned. This was a warning. Then the battleship vanished, gone, just like that. No jump signature, No hyperspace wake, nothing. The Dominion patrol returned home humiliated. News of the encounter spread rapidly. Public outrage followed. The Dominion Senate demanded answers. Military leaders demanded revenge, and so the largest fleet assembled in over 200 years. 500 warships, 20 carrier groups, thousands of strike craft. The fleet's mission was simple: find the human vessel. Edit. Grand Admiral Corvan personally commanded the operation. He was considered one of the greatest military strategists in galactic history. If anyone could defeat the mysterious humans, it was him. The fleet entered the Orion frontier 3 weeks later. The battleship was waiting, exactly where it had first appeared. Alone, one ship against 500. Many officers laughed, some felt nervous. Grand Admiral Corvan felt neither. Only determination. A communication channel opened automatically, the same calm voice flowed to every ship. "You should not be here." Corvan replied instantly. "You violated Dominion territory." "No, you attacked Dominion forces. We defended ourselves. You will surrender." The answer was simple. "No." The transmission ended. Moments later, alarms exploded across the fleet. Sensor officers shouted. Energy readings surged beyond measurable limits. Space itself began twisting around the human vessel. Stars distorted, gravity fluctuated, reality bent. For the first time in decades, Admiral Corvan felt genuine fear. Then the human ship moved. Not forward, not backward. Everywhere, hundreds of phantom images appeared simultaneously. Tracking systems failed instantly. Computers became overwhelmed. Fleet formations collapsed. Before the Dominion could recover, thousands of bright blue lights appeared around every warship. At first, officers assumed they were drones. They were wrong. Each light was a microscopic artificial singularity, miniature black holes, created and controlled by human technology. The realization came too late. The singularities activated, entire warships folded inward. Cruisers collapsed into spheres of compressed metal, destroyers vanished, carrier groups disappeared, the battlefield became chaos. In less than 30 seconds, nearly 100 Dominion vessels ceased to exist. Panic spread through the fleet. Admiral Corvan ordered a full attack. Everything fired: missiles, railguns, particle lances, plasma cannons. The combined firepower could devastate planets. The human battleship ignored it. Energy weapons bent away, projectiles dissolved, missiles vanished, nothing reached the target, nothing. Then a second pulse emerged. This one was different. Instead of disabling ships, it disabled space itself. Thousands of localized distortions appeared across the battlefield. Dominion vessels found themselves trapped inside gravity wells. Navigation became impossible. Communication collapsed. Fleet coordination vanished. What had once been a disciplined armada became a disorganized collection of terrified ships. The human vessel finally transmitted again. "We warned you twice." Then reinforcements arrived. Not Dominion reinforcements, human reinforcements. Hundreds of enormous vessels emerged from folds in reality surrounding the battlefield. They appeared silently, instantly, without hyperspace, without gates, without warning. Each ship dwarfed Dominion battleships. Each carried energy signatures greater than entire fleets. Admiral Corvan watched in horror. The mysterious battleship had never been alone. It had been a scout, and now humanity had arrived. Across the battlefield, Dominion officers realized the same thing. The stories had been true. Humanity had not gone extinct. Humanity had evolved beyond anything the galaxy understood. The human fleet advanced. No dramatic speeches, no threats, no celebration. Only efficiency. Within minutes, Dominion warships disappeared from sensors one after another. Some were disabled. Others were captured. The most aggressive vessels were destroyed instantly. The battle lasted 7 minutes. The largest Dominion fleet in centuries ceased to exist. Across the galaxy, governments watched the footage in stunned silence. Entire military academies rewrote their doctrines overnight. For the first time in recorded history, the Dominion had suffered total defeat, yet humanity did not invade. They did not occupy planets. They did not demand tribute. Instead, a transmission was broadcast to every inhabited world. A human woman appeared on countless screens. Her uniform carried no rank insignia. Her expression remained calm. For centuries, humanity remained beyond known space. She paused. We left because galactic powers repeatedly chose conquest over cooperation. Millions listened. Recently, we detected a threat emerging from outside the galaxy, a threat capable of destroying every civilization currently known. Silence followed. We returned to prepare defenses. Questions flooded communication networks. Fear spread. The woman continued. The battleship encountered in the Orion frontier was conducting reconnaissance operations. Dominion aggression forced a military response. Images appeared, massive structures larger than moons. Unknown fleets moving through intergalactic darkness. Civilizations extinguished. Stars consumed. The galaxy suddenly understood. Humanity had not returned to conquer. Humanity had returned because something far worse was coming. Over the following months, former rivals, united, under a common purpose. Human engineers shared technologies, once considered impossible. Defensive networks expanded across thousands of systems. Research alliance formed. Ancient grudges disappeared. Humanity led the effort, not as rulers, as guardians. Years later, when the extragalactic invaders finally arrived, they encountered something they had never expected, a united galaxy. Human battleships stood beside alien fleets. Former enemies fought together. The resulting war lasted decades, but victory came, and when historians recorded the beginning of that alliance, they traced it back to a single event, a mysterious human battleship appearing in the Orion frontier. An enemy sending a fleet, and humanity destroying it in moments, because sometimes the most terrifying thing in the galaxy is not an empire seeking power, it is a peaceful civilization, forced to remind everyone why it chose peace in the first place.